Michelle Harlan will be getting her sabbatical review, so I expect to see all of you back for next week at 1:30. And so I'm going to take a minute here to decide the order. And what we'll do is we'll write those names on the board and we'll shift them so that they don't get me on the spot. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready? Are you ready? Get excited.
Waiting.
There, 404. That sound works too. There it is. It's much louder than it sounds. Adam goes first. Brad. Kristen. Come on, Colin. Colin. And then that would be Stacy.
I'm not joking.
Okay, while we're doing that, so when I shoot it up again, so we'll do this. We'll do Stacy, Adam, Brad, Kristen, that's right, Colin. So Adam goes first, gets Stacy's, Brad does Adam's slides, Kristen does Brad, Colin does Kristen's slides, and Stacy does Colin's slides. All right. So without any further any of this, let me close all this out here. Yay! Wait a second. Get rid of this one. Let's be there. So who's doing? Adam is doing. I'm presenting Stacy's slides. Here we go.
Thank you, everyone. This is the best turnout I've ever had for a talk. I'm really grateful that you're all here. As many of you know, I'm teaching advanced lab, mentored by Michelle Harlan. This is the first time I've taught the course in 20 years, really. So it's good to be able to bring some of that expertise to the fore on some work that many of you don't know about, including me. So I've entitled this One Man's Trash, subtitled What Something We'll Get Into Soon. So, in advanced lab, what students don't realize yet is that we're starting to scale up. We've started very small with single photon, building to microwaves, and eventually what we're going to get to is planetary astronomy. And in that study of planetary astronomy, what many of you do not know is basic geography, such as Mount Everest is here, which is a satellite of Saturn. And the Pacific Ocean, once it's completely evaporated from Earth, will exist on this small ice moon where it will be much safer from human interruption. Also, as we advance out into the edges of our solar system, we are going to want to have some kind of hobby. One of those hobbies will be surfing. This is an example of Daphnis surfing these waves that, ironically enough, it has made for itself. This is a gravitational tidal force that's being swept out, creating the waves that we can then surf on subsequently. So when you cannot live on this planet any longer, there you go. Hobbies. I think this is a complicated slide, usually not left. No, let's entertain it just for a second. While we're doing all this surface and while we're figuring out all of the great things we can do, we'll want music. Some of you like, I don't know, or you've got a YouTube subscription. I go to Pandora. Because there's a whole 80 coons of different music that you could have, and all of them have good grooves. Not so much about bridges, we're not sure, but good grooves for sure, as we used to call them in the 70s. This is, I don't know. It's really an exercise left for the reader. You should see what it looks like. That's due next Wednesday. Yeah, that's all I want to say about that. Anything else would be just giving things away. Finally, as I was saying, there's going to be some music, and in the music, of course, there'll be kind of a ring to it. That's not fun at all. This is really technical. It's clearer. Oh, I see. Over here, it's clear. You can't see it as well on that other slide, but in this graph, you see we get some hyperbolic and parabolic, and eventually some elliptical kinds of configurations that help us close off of these rings, close off those rings, and allow us to get those hobbies like listening to Pandora and surfing other waves. This is a stable orbit right here, so if you don't like riding those waves, you can find yourself in a good listening to tunes through your earbuds kind of pace. And you should know that as you're doing this, you go slower out here and faster here, so it makes this kind of neat musical tone of whoa. So you really do have something to look forward to when you no longer have a birth and you're looking for something else to do somewhere else to go. You're welcome.
Any questions? Go ahead, we can entertain them.
Oh, right.
Michelle.
Michelle Arnold has a question.
Yeah, so once we leave this planet, we will still be able to receive Pandora.
Yeah, it's wireless.
Just double check it.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Maybe not clear. Not everyone knew it was wireless.
He's condescending to me. It's like, thank you. All right. The way voting works, you don't have to do this now, but if you tweet hashtag Adam Johnson, that we give him a vote for the best presentation. Of course, you have to see the rest before you do that. If you're not on Twitter, really?